Hello and welcome to my musings. This is your host Nick Vaidya. Thank you for watching. Last week I sent out a video that resonated with a lot of people. It was heartening. They sent me suggestions, stories and experiences of their own, and many of them asked me to continue this conversation and conclude it. Now, men mightier than most of those around us have fallen prey to no. It's not easy to say no. Almost all of us have experienced it at one time or the other. Some are better than others, and some are not. I am actually always reminded of my experience 25 years ago at the office of the marketing chief at a large multinational corporation. I'm a persistent bloke. This was my first job interview after graduating, and I got rejected. So I pushed and got a meeting with him. Now the funny part was, he met with me for just about 5 minutes, heard me completely, was very respectful, answered some of my questions, and then walked me out to the door. And I came out like, wow, I am so thankful, I'm so happy. And I was still rejected. So it's not about saying no, it's the art of saying no. How do we say no? That's what matters more than anything else. At the very basic, no is a decision. The communication of no is actually the act of saying it. And those are two very separate things. I realize that people who are good at it actually know how to communicate. They make their decision beforehand, but they do communicate effectively. It's a very simple thing. This is what I'm using now. I say something like, I really hear you and I like what you're saying. I'd like to do what you're saying. But at this point, my plate is really full. My life has other priorities, my work has other priorities, and as much as I wish, I really can't do anything about it right now. It might change in the future. And that's it. I hear them, ask questions, and say no. And most of the time, I say no almost for all things. It's just easier because I can always go back and change my mind. But if I don't set the course right then and there, then I'm lost. I lead them into something where I don't want them to go. So the easiest thing is to say no to almost everything unless you're really wanting to say yes, and be done with it. Now the problem comes when the person who is actually asking you something is someone close to you, your brother-in-law, your brother, or your coworker. At that point, it becomes harder to say no. But really, I find that the method is still the same. Listen, pay respect, give attention, ask questions, and then most importantly, give a because, give a reason. It's very potent. When you give a reason, people feel cared for and vindicated when you say no. So, it's that simple. I want to do it, but I really can't. Thank you. Hope this is helpful.